then go
up the street, and then we get like halfway across the crosswalk,
like,
and then we
like,
just hear this guy going, "Don't fuck with me! Nobody fuck with me!"
He's like ready to go. He like took tweaker vial and
So
he just
then
injected it. So like
we
we're
just look at
like
each other like, huh?
we're like I told you, I was like, yeah, let's go back. Like let's like go like cross the street again and then go right instead and keep going up. Like let's just like avoid this guy entirely. So you know we're like in the middle of the road. So we go back and then we just hear.
Darkwave and Nathan.
All right, welcome to the Don Cuevas and Natron podcast. We're your hosts, Nana and Daniel. Daniel's sitting across from me, and he's very handsome. But I digress. Today, this is just the first episode. We actually are recording this after the second episode.
Yeah, we're recording this as a first episode because we initially recorded an interview with Clayton Patterson, but then we realized it's kind of weird to have your first episode be an interview with somebody else where you don't talk that much.
Yeah, we do not talk much at all, which is fine because he's a really interesting guy. Yeah. So it was like really fun.
But like we just didn't want the first episode for people to be like, who the fuck are these guys?
I felt bad yawning because like I wasn't even bored. I was just so tired.
I told you to go sleep earlier that night. I was because he was standing directly like in front of he was sitting in front of a mirror. And then I was sitting across from him. And then through the mirror, I could see you, like, even if I was looking at him. And then I just saw you go, like, and I was like,
yeah. No, because I remember that night, like, I was on my futon and you were on the floor.
Yeah.
And was that the night that you were just on your phone? And I was like, bro, go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I kept hearing your phone and, like, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got less sleep.
I don't know. I mean, like, truth is, even if I don't or I do sleep, I'm still tired anyway. So like, it doesn't help. But I don't know. I was just so tired. Did you notice me staring at you at the mirror?
Yeah,
like,
I did.
Like it was only like a few times, but like I wanted you to like, I don't know. I wanted to like grab your attention just to be like,
why?
Just like widen my eyes at you or be like, or just like make a freak face at you.
Just a visual gag on an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Just like he just made a face at me,
just like a whole podcast where like we're only like describing like doing visual gags, but like no one can see it.
And then you hide all the visual gags behind a paywall.
It would have been crazy if like
Watcher.
Yeah. Just like, all right, guys, if you want to listen to our new podcast that no one knows anything about, you can $59 a month.
low price.
Or like, oh my god, that shit that Wolfgang told you, our friend Wolfgang, was so funny. It was like, he owe you like $80.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, oh yeah, can I do it in like monthly installments of $3.99? It's like, what? For the rest of your life.
It's like, what, dude? Like, I'm not even like charging you interest.
Did he ever pay you back?
No. No, he did not. He lost his job. Well, I mean, we're all like in high school, so he just quit.
Yeah.
It's not like he lost his job. It doesn't really matter that much.
Didn't like a lady yell at him?
We were in high school. I graduated last month.
I graduated last year.
Yeah, from like a accelerator program.
Yeah, which like doesn't matter because like we both have like the same diploma and shit. So like whatever.
I mean, like yours is like intrinsically like, or not intrinsically. There was no intrinsic value to the piece of paper. It's like connotatively inferior, like beta subhuman,
and you're like alpha, like oh shit. Just like the upstairs neighbor can like just like sticks a broom pole and it like it like goes inside your skull.
Yeah. If you didn't hear that, our upstairs neighbor, we play a lot of music in here. We think he gets mad sometimes.
I don't know if it's like us, but like in the middle of the night they'll just be walking around too.
Yeah.
Did you hear that tapping in the morning? There was knocking on like the floorboard or something.
Oh yeah, that was me.
That was you?
Yeah, it was just like,
why?
Yeah. I was bored.
Because like I heard it and I was like, who the fuck? I'm gonna
some water.
Tell you to be quiet, but I didn't like see you like tapping or anything.
Yeah. You're very hard to get up.
No, it's not that. I just well, I guess like it is that, but like
I'm just sad.
And then you turned on the lights, and then you laid back down.
Yeah, because like, because I was like, I wanted to get like a little like start to just like clean up around here before your brother got home, but then I was like, he's not getting up, so like, he probably knows where he's at more than I do.
Yeah, because I had my brother's location. I was like checking it in increments. My alarm kept going off, and I kept like stopping at the perfect moment.
Dude, I've never heard anyone turn their snooze on so fast.
He was just like, I'm trying to, but on it.
Yeah,
It just like half a second.
I thought that you were asleep, and I was like, how the fuck is he waking up that fast?
I've got it down to like an art at this point because like at school, like when I was in school, I would like my mom would wake me up.
Yeah, when you were in school, because you're
And
like
then-
unk now.
All right. And then my mom would wake me up, or like she would knock on my door and she would be like, "You up?" And then like I would be like asleep.
Yeah, you just
No, I
just
would
dart up.
No, but like I would be sleeping, or like I just woken up, but like I put on this like voice, so like when you wake up, it's like, I mean, like for me, like my voice is like it's like super deep naturally.
Goo goo gaga.
So like when she would wake me up, I wouldn't even have a sleepy voice. I'd just pretend. I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm up. I'm ready for school." like I would still be in my bed, eyes closed, like I just woken up.
Man, that's really fun. I remember when my mom would wake me up for like elementary school, I knew that like she wouldn't get as mad like if I didn't get like up as quick. So like I would like kind of like sit down on my bed and like just like I nod off a little bit, because even like when I was a kid, I never went to sleep like on time. But if my dad was taking me to school, if I heard that door open, I would just dart up like the Undertaker, just
Sir, yes, sir. Just
yes sir, tight shit sir.
me when a goth bitch asked me to do something, like that picture of like the little Mexican guy in like his fucking uniform.
Sir, yes sir. Yeah. I don't know. I don't miss getting up for school. I don't miss much of school yet. But then again, it's only been like a few months.
I don't know. Yeah, like school was fun, but like I ended up like having more fun outside of school.
Yeah.
Like after high school ended, because like I started hanging out with you guys, and then like, I don't know. It's
We
just
should
like
probably explain what this is. What
what
this whole thing is. Natron.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don Quavis and Natron. So we like what would we explain like the actual like podcast like.
well, I
us.
medo I guess we start off with the name. Don Quavis and Natron are just these two stupid little characters that Isaiah drew up and that we just really liked. Do you want to tell them the origin of the names?
The origin of the names. There's this video of this kid going like, "Ayo, Don Tavius," and he's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah," he's like, he's like, "What's the gaming quote of the day?" And he's like, "You gotta stay gaming, bro. Don't focus on no girl. Just stay gaming." And
Hey, Don Tavius. What's the gaming quote of the day? You gotta stay gaming, bro.
you gotta stay. But like,
you gotta stay gaming, bro. Don't focus on
don't
focus on our girls, man. You gotta stay gaming.
I just I
probably
fucked
play
with
an
that
audio
so
of it.
heavy, so like I just replaced the T with a Q. I was like, Don Quavius sounds like a cool ass name.
Can you imagine if we're like on an interview and they're like, "So like, how did you come up with the name?" Oh yeah, I just bit that.
I mean, like I did. Well, like I mean, like T to a Q is like different enough, I think.
Yeah, like transgendering it, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what that means, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just completely botching it.
The first episode like canceled.
I'm like your conservative dad who has like the right intentions but just doesn't get it. He's like, so that's like the like transgender stuff, right?
So like that's like the transformer. What is it? What
He doesn't hit you, but
the Decepticon.
he's just lost. Oh yeah, Natron.
Oh yeah, Natron comes from this
Comedian.
It comes from a this Cam Patterson bit. It's just a misspelling of his cousin Natron or something, like Natrone, but I spelled it Naytron. And then I just I drew up characters based off the names, and Don Quavius is just a little guy with like a
Hyper realistic face.
hyper realistic face. And Natron, I don't know, like Natron was initially just like a little guy in a car, but I don't know if I still want that idea. I'm gonna like redesign them, but like, you know, it's just a little work in progress.
Anyway, that's the story behind the name, but
Story behind the actual podcast.
I mean, it's just an idea.
I moved to New York we both lived in Texas. He still lives in Texas, but I lived there for a few years, graduated, and now I moved to New York with my brother. My brother's been here for a while, and he just asked me to come work for him, and I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I just got broken up with, so like, I don't got shit. Like over, and like I
don't got shit.
I
tying
just
me
quit
down.
my job, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like at that point, like, what's there here for me to do?
Yeah.
And like hanging out with friends is nice, but like at a certain point, I just wasn't.
You want
doing-
more out of life.
Yeah, I mean, like also like I was running out of money, so
Oh yeah.
like going out every day.
I don't get why they went out every single day.
I mean, it's fun.
And they would get on my ass and be like, bro, you don't go out. It's like, motherfucker, I'm not trying to go out every day. I have a job and I go to school, bro.
Like I don't know. They would just be on tip so much.
Just spending hundreds of dollars every week.
Oh yeah, at a certain point, I couldn't.
I wonder how much Jonathan like spends on gas, because like that, like he just loves to drive around and do nothing and just talk.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like, yeah, I'm in Denton, and Denton's like about like 40 minutes, like an hour from
Yeah.
where we
Lived, you know, because like we're from where legends are from, you know.
Yeah, and Gavin, they would. Oh yeah, when I moved to New York, they would always be like.
They, by
on
the way,
tip.
is referring to our group of friends.
Yeah, our friends would always be on tip and be like, "Bro, shut up, you in New York now," and it's like, okay, but like you're in
Grand Prairie,
Texas, the most like middle of nowhere town ever. Like the only like interesting like thing you could say about it is that it's 30 minutes away from Dallas.
Yeah. It's like a suburb of Dallas.
Yeah, and like maybe that argument would work if it were anywhere but New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even like
It's not even like it was multiple people. It was just Gavin.
it's just Gavin, and then like the
Gavin
funniest
bringing
thing,
up the most obscure ass celebrities. And did you know that Dimebag Darrell's from here?
Did you know Selena Gomez? Okay, yeah, Selena Gomez, I get it, but like that's like it.
Like Selena lived like here for a few years.
And
I don't know. He said that she was homeless here or there for like a few
and
months.
then she went to the South, didn't she?
Gavin made that shit up.
But
I looked it up. He made it up.
he made it. Or like Gavin will always be like, I mean, or like he'll always be like, maybe, or like I guess.
I guess. So
But,
like, when are we gonna start knowing Gavin? You know what? These next 2 minutes are directly for Gavin. Gavin, you a bitch. You ain't from where
Gavin,
legends are from.
You a bitch. Gavin, I know where you live. We have like a past together, and like I miss you.
What?
No, we'll just cut this out.
Okay. We just got that. Just deeply vulnerable moment.
But yeah, I moved to New York, and Daniel, my friend Daniel, was my enemy, my evil clone, my imperfect clone, Daniel. The evil universe.
The evil universe. Isaiah.
You're just me with a unibrow.
You know.
Not like you, but like you just look. Just imagine you just look exactly like me, but with a unibrow.
I just have a mustache.
Just like a mustache twirling, like.
Just sound like a stereotypical villain.
Stealing candy from a baby.
And for whatever reason, I'm French.
For whatever reason.
I cover you.
But like
And then I touch you.
yeah, no, I mean that's not.
Oh, my fault.
I don't think that's a thing that should happen.
I don't think that's lore accurate.
I don't think that. Yeah, like that wouldn't happen in like the story. It might happen like behind closed doors, but like we wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And so okay, I moved to New York. We're getting sidetracked. I moved to New York, and yeah, I'm gonna be here for the foreseeable future. And you know it's summer, so Daniel just quit his job, and he was like, "Hey, we should go do something in New York." And you know we
Start chewing
started.
gum.
Just putting on the side of the glass. But
I realized, like, you know, the audio listener is just
just like just edging.
just ew, get that out of my ear.
Ew, get that shit out of here. Get out. But yeah, and then so we're just like seeing whatever happens this
Podcast
summer.
with Tuco Salamanca.
Get out. But
But what?
yeah. You came here for the summer, and we're just gonna see what what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta see what happens. Our idea here was to make some music because we both are musicians, and then I like talking, so I had the idea for a podcast, and like he just like a little tick, bit onto it. I'm joking. No,
that's crazy. So like, where you staying at tonight though?
Huh?
Just like throw you, like grab you by like the back of your shirt and your pants, and just like throw you out.
Looney Tunes, just like a giant boot.
A giant boot comes in and kicks you out.
I've got like a bindle.
Bindle. That reminds me of that picture of the fucking ant with the bindle.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to remind you to hold the mic to your face.
Oh yeah, here we go.
No, but we came here to make some music, and then I think the podcast is honestly the most worked on thing so far. It's the most thing in progress, I guess.
Yeah.
I also learned that damn, you can't really upload stuff to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You have to go through a separate hosting service, or I'm not sure if you have to, but you just have to have some kind of web hosting. But then I realized that probably makes sense. Apple or Spotify probably doesn't have all the we'll cut that out. Burnt my ass. No, Spotify or Apple probably doesn't want to pay for just a bunch of idiots to host all their podcasts.
Just taking up all the bandwidth they've ever had.
It's damn, and half of this is just alpha male podcasts.
100 terabytes of just
of what?
50
terabytes minimum.
50 terabytes minimum.
Genuine pedophile. Oh, speaking of pedophiles,
what?
Last week. What do you mean?
Wait, that was a crazy
crazy transition.
I don't even know what you're gonna talk about.
This.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So, was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
You dropped the car. Yeah, last week we went to a magazine fair. Oh, I'm actually in a magazine, which is cool.
Yeah.
It is Phase 0, and it's cool. I just submitted my art. If you're in New York and you want to submit your art, just or want to get your art out there, just submit to a magazine. It's really cool. And
yeah, just don't mention the fact that your art was just in there,
Who?
Who cares?
Wait, no, wait. What'd you say?
Did you? I'm sorry. I probably wasn't listening. I didn't hear that you mentioned the fact that your art was actually in the magazine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you gonna go on to just?
No, just finished.
Okay, anyway, 2 weeks ago, or I think last week, was it?
It was last week.
Last week we went to the East Village Magazine Fair where Isaiah was published under Nene. Nene, sorry. His artwork, what is it called? Wonderworld?
Yeah, Wonderworld. It's in Phase 0, and it's cool.
Which issue?
One of them. One of the newest one as of recording this podcast.
As of I don't even know the date. What is it?
Yeah, the magazine is
June
really cool
24th.
though. You should definitely check it out.
Anyway, at the East Village Magazine Fair, what I was referring to about speaking of pedophiles, there was this magazine. I don't know the name of it. I'll include a link somewhere. They were handing out cards for free, and it's a picture of Jeffrey Epstein with a design on it, and it says, "In loving memory, Jeffrey Edward Epstein." Yeah. And then on the back it says, "Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die." And that's what I was talking about when I was referring to speaking of pedophiles.
What would you call it? Because they that's the first thing that caught my eye was just that in loving memory. And I was what the hell? And then they explained it. It was just what do you call it?
Political satire.
Yeah, political satire. Just bringing up horrible people and it's modern history and just putting this satirical spin on it.
Or I don't know. I've never looked at their magazine, so I really have no idea what it is.
Yeah, they gave us a little pamphlet as well.
Yeah, they give us the alien edition of
yeah, the alien edition,
which is crazy.
In loving memory.
You just open it and it's an alien with just a huge penis.
Oh yeah, it folded out more. So imagine it just starts at the tip and then goes all the way down.
The Galactical Freak edition.
Galactical freak.
How many minutes is this? 19. I think it's at 19 minutes. Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's only been 19 minutes.
We
Can you believe that?
We probably should have put a timer on it.
No, I mean, there's a timer up here. It'll be fine.
No, okay.
What else did we do at the East Village Magazine Fair? That's where I met Clayton Patterson, who we recently interviewed. That's who we mentioned at the front, or at the start. I mentioned in the next episode.
Yeah, I bought a lot of like books or magazines there, and you weren't really interested in the art, just more of like people there.
Yeah, because I was really looking forward to like seeing or like interviewing artists or people that I thought were interesting, and like I don't want to I don't say anything to like knock them because they're all artists and like they all do their like magazine stuff, but like I was more interested in like people or just people and like not really like work itself, I guess.
Yeah, because like the thing is with artists, a lot of artists there, I think, is that like their entire like thing and their personality and, you know, a lot of like most of the things that they want, you know, to share are just laid out on the table in front of you, just like through their magazines or their books. So I feel like that says, especially because a lot of artists are like introverts and things like that, which is it's like a way to, I guess, like a way that people like express themselves when they're like, when they don't outwardly like they like actually just like say it, you know what I mean? I guess in a way, which is cool. But yeah, for the original idea you had for the podcast, you just wanted to interview like interesting. You were gonna call it interesting people.
Yeah, that's what I want to call it. Just get right to the point.
Yeah. But also we're gonna like record like separate episodes. So like just wanted to put it under one handle.
One name. What I wanted to do was I wanted to go out and meet people, but then I realized like there's not a lot of interesting people. Or like there are interesting people, but it takes a while to get it out of them if they're not, you know, like if you don't already know them a little bit. And then at the East Village Magazine Fair, I met Clayton, and what caught my eye with him was that most of the people there were like young artists. You know, they've got like tattoos on them, and they look like, I guess, just like not hipsters, but they all kind of look the same. You know, they've all got like some kind of mullet. They're all wearing like cropped shirts. They've got like vintage clothes on with like a hat, or they're just smoking cigarettes, or they've got some kind of facial hair.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess like it's just not like it's like people just have different like interests and like vibe and things like that. So like
I didn't.
You just aren't.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said
just
that like they all look the same.
You're just not particularly interested in.
Yeah.
In that.
It's not even like I'm not interested in their like fashion. I think they dress well, but it's just like it just
doesn't pique your interest. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that scene is like trying to be different than the like status quo. But then
do you think they end up
when you go? Yeah, they
samey?
all end up like looking samey anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, just dress however you like. But Clayton looked very different. I think he's in his 70s.
Yeah, he had this long, amazing beard.
Yeah, he had this long beard, and it's like tied at the end. This long gray beard. He's got long hair, and then his eyebrows were honestly, I've never seen a man with longer eyebrows.
His eyebrows were the most impressive. Like just like, I don't know. Just think of like a king of eyebrows in a way. Like, not even in like they're like thick or like yours, but. But like they're just like so, just like there's like something royal about it.
Yeah, there's something very royal and like elegant about his eyebrows.
Yeah,
I'm sure if you look up a picture of him, you can probably find like his very long wispy eyebrows.
Yeah.
But he just looked different. So then I went up to his booth there, and then he was selling his books. I forgot what else he was selling. There was probably some like stickers there. But the book that mainly caught my eye and what I initially wanted to talk to him about was his book on the gang history of the Lower East Side. The Lower East Side of Manhattan, I think specifically. And I don't know, I've always been kind of interested in like unknown, or not really unknown, but like unprevalent cultures, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like when you like turn on the news, like it's all just mainly just what like pop culture is, or just like war, or
Yeah, it's
like
absolutely just mainstream like world events, I guess. And
I don't know. I guess kind of the like macro of it is really interesting too. But I wanted to talk to him about that, and then surprisingly, I think it helps. I think it helped with the fact that I didn't know who he was, that I went up and like spoke to him, because I feel like if I did know who he was, I would have been like, no, dude, he's never gonna give an amateur like he's never gonna give a loser nerd like me an interview. He's never gonna talk to me.
no, please, I'm just an innocent nerd.
Nerd. Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird joke if you don't know what we're talking about.
Nerd.
That joke comes from this guy Dominic Schmidt
Oh my god.
on TikTok. He's this crazy guy. If you look him up, there's videos of him just
So many videos of him just being like, no, please, I'm an innocent nerd. Wedgie, nerd.
yeah, and then he gives himself a wedgie, and then he changes his voice and he goes, "Shut up, nerd! Take this wedgie."
There's got to be like some sort of like
He
fetish.
probably got molested. I'm not gonna lie.
What? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a fetish.
Actually, it's probably not best to.
To each their own.
It's probably not best to pry about his personal life.
It's just he's interested. Maybe we should get him on the podcast.
I would
really
be scared.
I would really no. I mean, I would be really interested to ask him like why he makes those types of videos. Because like
I'd be scared.
I you know, I think like, oh, like this is just like funny, you know, it's just that. But then I end up scrolling more. I just keep watching like the dopamine release of him like being like nerd.
I remember I think I saw one where like he hung the back of his underwear like on his bed frame, like he just was like, "No, take me down, take me down." Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, going back to Clayton, we get
the segues are crazy.
Anyway, going back to Clayton.
Yeah, I was going back to.
I just talked to him, and then he was the first person that asked there. Actually, the first person that asked there was Chris Flash of the Shadow newspaper. He caught my eye immediately.
Well, yeah, he was actually one of the first
People that
booths
we saw. Yeah.
that we saw.
He caught my eye immediately. His energy was infectious. He was just full of life, full of energy. And then he runs a newspaper called The Shadow. It's about getting truthful information about the government.
Yeah.
They hate the government. They hate both sides of the government.
Yeah.
Democrat or Republican, they hate them both. But they just report. I'm not sure if I would call it anarchist, but actually I might call it anarchist. They have a little A on the front, just like an anarchist newspaper. Anyway, Chris was very lively. I think at first I kind of like took him for like a bit of like a nutcase, because like he was like, all of our stories are 100% true, 100% research, and 100% stories, and I was like, okay. But I kind of just wanted to like talk to him just to like see like what he thinks. But then the more that I research into the paper, I think it's more incredible than I give it initially.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, and you know, the first thing that caught my eye when I saw his booth was that he had a good-looking acai bowl.
Yeah.
And I just, on our way out from the zine fair, I just asked him where he got it from. And like he just told us, and we actually went and got some, and it was really good.
Yeah, I think it was East Village Organics.
It was like
A guy named Ali works there.
yeah.
You just go in there, you just get a nice fat bowl.
But it was really it's funny, like the first thing you think about is like the actual like interesting stuff about someone, and like the first thing I think about is just like, he has like a nice looking like bowl. It looks nice. Or like
The most big back thoughts.
no, I think it's like not even like a personality, or like I don't know, like I don't know, it's just like funny how like I'm speaking into the mic.
You're like pointing it like this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It was just funny. The first thing that caught my interest was just the bowl, and the first thing that caught your interest was like the actual thing he was talking about.
Yeah. The bowl was really good. That's the first acai bowl that I've ever had. It's really good.
I'm surprised. I fucking love acai
It
bowls.
was very. I mean, I'm from Texas. We like both are, but like I'm not used to the like New York price tag yet. It was like $16 for an acai bowl.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the markup for things over here, like especially when you make Texas money, you know,
Yeah.
like you're coming over here. It's like
It's like the fuck.
blowing all of it in one day.
It's like what the fuck.
For an acai bowl. Well, I guess like that kind of like I don't there's a huge health culture in New York as well, but like California is like mostly known for their like avocado toast, like shit like
It's
that.
a bunch of millennial bullshit. I remember on the way to the magazine fair on the subway. I forget where exactly, but it was on a train to Jamaica. We saw these two guys
fighting, and this guy, the guy instigating, had a bat, and he just like swung at this guy's legs, and then they just started fighting, and then like the guy with the bat picked up the guy that he swung the bat at, and he like slammed him on the ground, and it was crazy, and he started beating on him. And then the guy he slammed on the ground, like he tapped out, but like he wasn't letting up.
Yeah.
And then like he eventually
He was
got
choking
away.
him.
Yeah, he was like choking him, and when he got up, and you know, he probably had like adrenaline flowing through him, and you know they went back and forth like shouting for a bit. The guy with the bat left, and then the guy who got hit with the bat was just like screaming because like the adrenaline probably wore
It took
off.
like 2 minutes for him to go from like just like calming down, and then he stood up against like one of the like support rails, and he was
One of
like,
the poles,
it's
yeah.
like, oh fuck,
We couldn't see him, but it
Fuck.
was yeah.
fuck.
Oh, but it's like you could feel it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
I think he broke his. The funniest part about it was that on the way over there, you stopped to get a smoothie, and then it was like right next to the train station entrance, and then
There's
the like station workers were like calling for the cops.
Yeah,
and like,
and-
police, get
and
down
there
here.
was a
get
bunch
down
of cops like on the surface, like outside of like just outside of the subway.
here." Yeah, I
And
saw
then
that.
they were calling for
Cops.
cops, and then like these
And
two,
nobody came.
and then
these two
and
guys.
these two subway workers came down and just watched. And it's like they called for like serious backup, and the
It
fucking
was-
Paul Blart answered. Just
It
like
was
mall
two-
security on a Segway.
It was just two guys with what do you call those
like
like
it was like those green vests.
construction fences?
Yeah.
They just like came down and they just looked around, scratched their heads. They're just like, man, like someone should do something about this.
It's
Like,
just like,
bro, you
like,
call the backup.
just imagine calling for like emergency help, and then like a Segway pulls up, and like the most obese like cop you've ever seen just like hobbles his way out, and he's like,
What happened here?
"You okay?"
You mind if I make a mess?
No, obviously. Do you mind if I come over and make a mess? I think I would mind.
I think I would mind. I think
I
I'm
might
gonna
mind a little
I
bit.
think I'm gonna file a complaint against you.
But
No,
like,
we saw those tweakers fight, and then I don't know if it was as we were waiting for the train or while we were on it, we came up with a joke that like, what if one of them just pulled out just
what
like
if-
a green vial, injected it
Yeah.
in his chest, and he just
I was-
became the king
I
of
wa-
all tweakers,
I was
and
just-
they just summoned
I was
him.
just thinking about it, and I just imagine like the adrenaline just like being like I was like, just imagine like a green vial, and the guy just like injects it straight into his heart, and like you can see the veins, like the
Turn
green veins
green.
popping out, and like his eyes like start like filling up green.
It's like Bane juice.
Just like just
I'm a
pure Mountain Dew into the heart.
And you said that like he could control other tweakers.
Yeah, he could like snap his fingers and like raise his hand up and like call other tweakers
Yeah.
in the area with his like with like a tweaker sonar. Just hear like a wah 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 wah. Like, just like random people raise their head up and like start like
No, wait,
like
no,
light
no.
like light skin crawling on all fours. Like,
Oh, yeah. I've seen that video. Speaking of light skins, what is up with them, bro?
what?
Huh? Okay, no. This is a well-known thing across the internet. We all know that we all hate corny-ass light skins who are always posting thirst traps and like just crawling on the ground. Like,
I don't agree with that. I think I find it attractive, honestly. Anyways, you were saying? You were saying?
nah, I want to move on to something else. What else did we do later that day? Oh yeah, we went to go see Inside Out 2.
Oh yeah,
Inside Out 2.
and it was good. I
It
liked
was
it.
alright.
You didn't like it?
I mean, I was waiting for the horny, freaky
You were
emotion
waiting
to
for
come
the
out.
freaky emotion to come out. What?
What was that? What if Riley was just gay? Just a complete pussy hound.
Pussy. She's 13.
Oh, yeah.
Just a complete horn dog.
My fault. I forgot she's 13.
And then
Oh my god! On TikTok, after I saw that movie, I was scrolling through my For You page, and I saw like some kind of like edit of like Riley, and then in the caption it was like, "I'm 15, so like it's okay." And I was like, "Bro, what? People?
What?
Dude, I was like, people are making thirst trap edits of Riley from Inside Out,
bro.
It's crazy."
But yeah, yeah, we interviewed one Mr. Clayton Patterson, and then
I emailed a few other people that I met there. I met Mr. Kurt Boone, the messenger of Manhattan, or not all of Manhattan. He's specific to somewhere.
he's the messenger of somewhere in Manhattan.
Our neighbor just slammed on the fucking on the floor.
The broomstick goes right through your head.
Just die like a skewer.
Or like you like tilt your head right as it goes in. It goes like right in your ear. But like it doesn't even hurt. But like it pulls out and there's like a giant glob of earwax just like.
It's like, oh shit, thanks.
And then you can finally
Here.
hear the tweaker sonar. The wow, wow, wow. it's like a frequency that you can normally like.
It's getting like ever so slightly closer. Just no, wait, no, wait, no, no. Oh yeah, we were watching the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie, and then we were thinking like, what if Beerus just beat the shit out of Goku, and then everyone on Earth is like, no, Goku, get up, please. He's still here. He's gonna blow up the planet.
I will not let you destroy my world.
That honestly is maybe the hardest line in all of animation.
Oh, Sean Shin was such a good voice actor.
Yeah, we were talking about how he's not overrated.
Do people think he's overrated?
You said it.
No.
Or no, you said that he was hated by fans.
Yeah, I like some fans. Like, I mean, like, apparently he used to go on like Twitter like rants,
Talking on to like other voice actors for Goku.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it, but I'd heard it, and there's like a post about it.
Yeah, I think that. Did we go last week? Right, too. Last week we also went to Vanguard Jazz Club. Really, very
Village Vanguard.
Oh yeah, Village Vanguard Jazz Club. Very highly regarded, well-known jazz club.
I didn't even know it was highly regarded. Well, like
In New York.
people were saying that it was like the jazz club, and like, or like the other ones were just like if that one was full,
Yeah,
like you,
And
like,
then
just
you go to
the
the
other
ones.
ones.
Yeah. And then I looked up more information on it earlier today. Apparently, like there's been like a ton of live albums recorded in there, and like it's a really distinct sound. Apparently, it's like people can recognize like the acoustics of the room and everything.
Yeah.
I was listening to Bill Evans. I forgot what it was called, but Bill Evans live at the Village Vanguard. Beautiful album. I love Bill Evans.
Yeah, I don't know who Bill Evans is, but
Yeah, I wouldn't expect like a normie, uncultured, bum, dirty Mexican like you to know, but
I would expect
okay.
a Midwest emo listening loser like you to know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that band we saw was super tight. Jazz bands are the fucking like jazz music just in general is so fucking.
I forget what they were called. It was like the Vanguard Orchestra.
It was like the Vanguard. Yeah, it was like the Vanguard Jazz Orchestra, something like that.
Something like that.
But yeah, it was so awesome. You said the drink was like fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, neither of us are of legal drinking age, but
they didn't even ID us though.
No.
But like I didn't want to like get in trouble. Just,
Yeah.
like,
I don't want to just like risk it and just be like, get the fuck out. No, but I got a mocktail. So did you, but you got the other kind.
I got
My
I
drink
got the Mach 1. You got the Mach 2.
Say that again.
Wait.
Fan Force.
Gotta say, it's fantastic. Guys, I have an idea. Fan Force stick.
Fantastic Four. No, but my Mach 2, my mocktail, it was the best tasting drink that I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Or it's not the best tasting. The aroma was like, it was intoxicating.
Just like sniffing in, like your
Yeah.
eyes like rolling back.
I think there was like an orange peel on the like ice itself, but the drink was like very citrusy, very fruity, super sweet, and like
What juice was in yours?
I think I got cranberry juice, something else. It was very citrusy, very fruity,
Wasn't it really sweet?
very sweet.
Yeah.
It was sweet, and then it had like so much spice in it too. Just like I couldn't stop
Yeah.
smelling it. It was so good.
And yeah, well, like mine was just like a grapefruit. I love grapefruit juice. Grapefruit is so good. I'm meat riding grapefruit right now, but it's
Yeah.
so good. And
The grapefruit technique.
the grapefruit technique. Yeah, we're gonna try it later tonight though, so
What?
it should be fun.
Huh? You said what? I know he's staring at me. He's gonna touch me later.
Yeah, it was really good, and I don't like the placebo of like just having this fake drink really mixed well with the jazz band.
Oh, yeah.
It was like really, it was such a nice vibe.
Yeah.
If you're ever there, you should go. If you're ever in somewhere, was it Manhattan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Village Vanguard. You should go check it out.
It's Manhattan.
And I think it's like 15 plus or something.
Yeah,
like that.
they
didn't ID us.
They allow just pretty much about anybody in there that's that should be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a cool atmosphere. It's like a club, so there's like this thing on the street where like some guy will just ask you either for like a ticket, and if you have one, you get to go in.
Yeah,
If
I
there's-
didn't even realize you needed
need a
like
ticket.
a ticket. So we got there and I was like,
When he said ticket, I was like, this dumb motherfucker didn't
like,
even look.
wait, what do you mean? No, wait, hold on. What do you mean ticket?
What do you mean ticket? And then
like he
He went
went
downstairs.
He went to go check, and then you were like, "You dumbass, you didn't even check." And I was like, "Okay, well, like, we're gonna get in anyways because we look cool." We did not look cool. But
No.
like,
We had the nerdiest sweaters on.
I like those nerd sweaters.
Yeah.
So they're nice.
I mean, I like them too, but they're nerdy,
Yeah,
So like virgin, don't fuck, loser, no dick, tiny, beta. No.
why do all those adjectives just describe you?
I remember. No, but I think after the club, we went to this pizza place across
Yeah.
the street. We got the greasiest,
Greasy-
largest
it
New
was-
York
it was
pizza.
really
ever.
good though.
Yeah. It was really
like surprisingly, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
We had an idea initially to like go on TikTok and just review every New York $1.50 slice of like pizza, and then we're gonna call it Big Bag Bastard.
Big bag bastards.
Our
I
backs
know.
were-
I know.
Our
the
backs were gonna
comments.
get
I know
progressively
Yeah,
larger
progressively
every
larger.
episode.
I know the comments would have been like, "Oh, these big dudes don't need this pizza,"
Get these fat ass motherfuckers off the screen, bro.
which is like we don't need it, but like it's funny.
Hey, get these fat ass motherfuckers a salad instead of the pizza, bro. Fit back bastards.
Fit bag bastards.
Where they just eat
Their back
rabbit
gets,
food.
Our back gets like bigger, but like in a good way. Like we start working out.
Oh yeah.
But like yeah, it was like really good pizza, and then
We gave it out to
we gave it out to this.
this guy was asking for a few dollars to get his medicine, but like we don't really carry cash on us.
Yeah.
So then we were like, like I can't give you like money.
Dang, bro. But like we got this good pizza though. You want some?
And then he fucking took it like immediately, and then we got him a drink.
And then we walked around for a bit looking for someone to get the other. There was like one more slice left.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, we were just walking around Manhattan for like we walked down this one street that was the most dangerous looking street that I think I've ever been on. There was tweakers everywhere. Do you remember? Like fucking tweakers everywhere. And then there was this one guy rummaging through the trash, and then I felt bad, and then I still had like this like last slice of pizza that I was trying to give away, and then I told him like, "Excuse me, sir," and then I saw his head just like shoot up like, "Huh?" And his eyes were the widest I've ever seen anyone's eyes, and I was like, "Oh."
he had taken Tweaker Vial that morning.
Dude, I was like, "Oh."
He was on the come down. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm cooked.
Imagine he just like immediately just started
Lunges at
fighting.
me.
just
just help.
But
No.
yeah, we gave out the pizza.
Yeah,
So-
I gave him the pizza, and then we kept on walking, and then as we were trying to find the train station, we found was it the night that we found the
Yeah, there's this guy in a
chair?
wheelchair. Yeah, and he was like, "Can you please help me? Can you give me like?" Was he asking for like a few dollars or?
No, I think that was the previous night that we saw the guy in the wheelchair. This guy
He's
in a
asking for a
wheelchair.
lighter. He's
Yeah,
asking for a lighter.
this
and
guy
then,
in a wheelchair crossed the street,
Yeah.
shirtless.
and then we were
just-
like, "Bro, we got to get out of here," but like we didn't leave in time, and so
yeah.
the guy walked up to us, "Hey, you got a lighter?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry," and he's like,
Oh man, fuck y'all, dude.
"Fuck you guys with your fucking," and then we were like, "I'm sorry, man."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's the same night we ended up finding
the fucking chairs and then the like shower pole.
Yeah, those shower poles, and
The shower curtain
we
rods.
found the shower curtain
We were
rods.
dragging them
And then
down the street.
yeah, so I thought of this fucking idea, like, just imagine you're walking down just like a New York street. It's like kind of ghetto, and like all of a sudden you just like walk into this bad street, this bad neighborhood. Like all the lights just progressively turn off. Just you're left in the dark, and then just one light just
Turns on.
and then you see like this homeless guy, and you hear just like him. You see and you hear him like dragging these like two poles
swords.
behind him. Just he's like
He's
progressively
walking
getting
towards
closer, and then like he puts it in his mouth and just like
Crawls on
starts
all fours.
running at you on all fours.
no,
Like, what are you even doing at that point?
You just gotta avoid him at all costs.
Okay, like let's say he runs like
Death battle,
Faster.
Goku or three green green vial tweakers.
Goku or 3 green wild tweakers. But like, just like imagine this guy can like run faster than you. Like, what are you doing? like let's say he starts like 20 feet away from you. He's like running towards you.
20 feet's not that far.
All right, let's do like 50 feet away from you.
That's still really not that far.
Like, let's say he's just like across the street. Like,
Yeah.
he has to like cross the street to
Yeah.
get to you. And like he runs faster than you can run. So like, what?
Oh
are you
my
doing?
god, we have to tell the story about the first night that we were here, and then we went to
Yes.
we went to go get Domino's.
So this is the Genesis episode. This is the beginning. We're going right back to the first time that
The
Daniel
beginning
came
of
here.
the tweaker saga.
The beginning of the tweaker saw the beginning of the end.
No, the very first night that I was here, I told you like 30 minutes ahead of time. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be around from the studio, and then you're like, okay.
I was like, okay, and then I went to go shower, and then you called me, and then I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, and then you're like, I'm here, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And then you just left me out on the street for like 10 minutes. And I was like, so
Did you see any tweakers?
No, I didn't see any tweakers. But the night after that, we didn't have any food here, and then we went. And
No, it was the same night. Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was the first night that we were here.
Was it?
Yeah. And
was,
so
okay,
like you because remember you hadn't gotten anything to eat at that point, and then we were just like, oh yeah, we're hungry, so there's a Domino's across the street, so we walked to Domino's, and yeah, so we pick up our pizza, and then we walk out, and then we just have to like cross the street and then go up a little bit to get back to our place, and then
We just have to go cross the crosswalk, and then we
go
up the street, and then we get like halfway across
Yes.
the crosswalk,
Like,
and
yeah,
then we
like,
just
we're
hear
just
this
like-
guy going, "Don't fuck with me! Nobody fuck with me!
like he's
No.
just like he's like ready to go. He like took tweaker vial and he
So
just
then
injected it. So like
we
we're
just look at
like
each other like, huh?
Or like I told you, I was like, yeah, let's go back. Like let's like go like cross the street again and then go right instead and keep going up. Like let's
Yeah.
just like avoid this guy entirely. So we're like in the middle of the road. So we go back and then we just hear
Yeah,
just like the loudest like girl scream ever. And then
in the
we're
direction
just like,
that we were gonna go.
then we're just, what did I say to you? I was like,
We're like, oh shit!
yeah, I was like, all right, never mind. We're just walking up the street. So,
Yeah, and
so
then
we
went
just like
directly up the street, and thankfully it was late at night, so there was no like cars coming, but we just avoided two tweakers.
just like some shit that you can't make up. Like, just nobody fuck with me. All right, we're going back. All right, never mind. We're just going up. Oh,
That's still the funniest thing. I don't think I've ever been in any situation like that ever.
it's like, what do you do?
I mean, you just go up the street, I
Just
guess.
go up the street, and that's what we did. And then we just like avoided that guy, and we just went back, and it was fine. It was good pizza. It was fine.
Oh, those first few nights in here were hell.
Oh, dude, it was so hot.
Yeah, it was so hot. I would like wake up like sweating, and apparently I didn't know this, but apparently like when I sleep, I do strange things.
Oh my god. Okay, so like the first night, let's just say we he's never slept over my house, which is crazy. Your parents never let you sleep over anyone's house, but
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, I'm gonna go to New York for like a whole summer and sleep over every day in my friend's
Yeah,
place. And you're okay with it.
Yeah, my parents like before my senior year, like they didn't really like the idea of me like going out with like friends or anything. So I was never like allowed to until senior year, and then even then like I was never allowed to like sleep over at like people's places. So it was kind of weird that they kind of just let me go to New York for 3 months and just be 1,000 miles away.
They're more okay with you sleeping over 1,000 miles away than you
Yeah.
than they are over here.
No, but anyway, those like first few nights were like there was no AC, and then I just terrorized this man in his sleep.
Okay, so like, let's just say, he's your friend. You've never slept over at your house, and so you're just expecting like someone to like sleep normally, right? Like everyone else does. Well, the thing is like, well, that first night I didn't even realize it. So that first night, I was on my air mattress and you were on the floor, and I wake up and your like back is against like the end of the air mattress, and I'm like, hey bro, you okay? Like I thought you were just sad because you put on music before, and then did you put on like Melancholy?
Yeah.
You put on
Melancholy
which is like
by
your sad
Sylvia
album,
Plath.
which is like your sad album.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up and there's just like slow guitar playing,
Yeah.
and you're just like your back up is against it. I'm like, hey bro, are you okay? And you don't respond. I'm just like, hello. And like I'm like, oh whatever. He's like, I don't know. Like I just went back to sleep, and I didn't think much of it. Then I told you in the morning, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I no, that didn't happen. I was like, what the hell? And so like we just went through the rest of the day normally. And then the second night, the air mattress had deflated.
Yeah.
So like I was just on the floor now, and then we're sleeping right next to each other, and then I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm just chilling on my phone, and then all of a sudden you're just laying flat on your back, and then you get up, like you sit crisscross, and you're just like sitting there with your eyes closed, and I'm like, what the? I was like, hey, what's up? And you don't say anything. So like now I'm thinking like you're either possessed by like some kind of fucking
freaky demon,
but like
I'll touch
you were so like you like sat up, and then you were like scratching your nuts for a bit. I thought you just got possessed by some like fucking nut scratching demon that just a bum ass demon that didn't want to do shit.
Just scratch his dick,
just scratching your dick for you. And I don't know. And then like I woke you, so like I got up, I turned on the lights, or like I flashed my phone flash at you, something like that. And then like I woke you up kind of. I say kind of because like you like opened your eyes, and like you woke up kind of like frazzled or whatever, because like you grabbed your camera and you grabbed like your like what was like a bottle of like shampoo, and you were kind of like not swinging it like fully, but you were just like moving your arms around with it. And then I was like, bro, go back to sleep. And you're just like, huh, what? Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Bro, fuck you. What the fuck are you doing? You're just like saying like, what the fuck are you doing? Like over and over. I'm like, bro, just go. You're like, what are you doing? Go back to sleep. And then you're just like, what the fuck? And then like you lay down on your back again. And then my pillow's right next to yours. So you lay your head on your pillow, you grab your blanket, like you snuggle up to it, just like throw it over yourself, and you grab my pillow, like it's to your left, you grab it and you just like hug it tightly. And then you're just like, imagine, help. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you put it back and you just just wrap tight as fuck around your blanket. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, and like, I was just like dumbfounded, and I was like,
do I go back to sleep next
do I
to
go?
this man?
Yeah. And then like, I went back to sleep. And then I actually took a video of you doing it. Like before I woke you up, I took a video of it, and I showed you, and you're like, what the fuck? I did it. And like nobody had ever told you did that. And like you called your mom the next day, and you were like, do I do that? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, I called my mom the next day, and I was like, yeah, like I don't know if it's just like this like new setting that I'm sleeping in, but then she's like, oh no, like you've been doing that since you were a kid. I just thought that you knew. And I was like, what? And then the next day, they called me in the morning just to see like how I was doing, and then they apparently had asked my brother, and apparently I do it a lot, where I'll just be sleeping, I'll sit up, and like I'll like laugh at whatever, and then I'll just like lay back down and go back to sleep.
It happened last night too.
Yeah, did it?
And yeah, you just got up, and then you laid your hand across the yellow cart. We have like a yellow cart, and you just laid your hand across it, and you were just like squeezing some stuff. There was like some like movement or whatever. You're like squeezing some stuff in there, and then you just had your hand in there for like a while, and then you like you were on your stomach, so you just like flipped over again, and then that was it.
I had a dream that I was just grabbing Hello Titties.
Yeah. So like the night after that, I was like scared.
The night after I had said, "Imagine."
The night after that, and then so I had trouble falling asleep because I looked up like, can my friend kill me in his sleep? can my friend kill me while sleepwalking? Like I looked that up on Google.
I think it's possible.
There was like some articles about like some people killing someone else on like while sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Like just like pressing a pillow up to their face or something like that. And I was scared that was gonna happen to us, so like I kind of like inched away from you throughout the night. And well, the scariest thing was we fell asleep watching Brokeback Mountain, so I would have thought that like that could have affected you.
Yeah, like two guys sleeping next to each other, falling asleep watching Brokeback Mountain, which like obviously could mean nothing.
Yeah, which could mean nothing. And so I thought maybe you were gonna have some like sexual dream that night or something like that.
Just try to touch you.
Yes. But I ended up waking up and like sometimes I wake up with like panic attacks, so like I like woke up, like I immediately like shot up and like I was just looking around, and then like I opened the door and I like ran downstairs and I was like my heart was like beating really hard and I was like, what am I doing? Like I was and so like
I think that was the night that I woke up and then I looked at my laptop and it said dearest Daniel, gone fishing, back soon.
Yeah, no, where did I go? Did I go use the bathroom?
I think you just went to the room.
Oh yeah, and so like I ran downstairs. I was having like a panic attack, and then like I calmed down, like a few minutes later, and then I went back up, and I was like, I can't sleep next to this dude. I'm like freaked out. Like, what if he does it again? I was like fully expecting you to like be on the ceiling in like a moment, just like crawling up there, like your like neck just like snaps backwards, or some shit like that, and then
It's the world's largest boner too. I'm gonna molest you.
Fucking molester moon.
I'm still gonna molest you.
But yeah, I was just freaked out, and then like I remember trying to go back to sleep next to you, and then you just like you got up again, like crisscross applesauce, meatball in the middle type shit, and then you were just doing it again, scratching your nuts again, and then I recorded another video, and I was just going like, oh. I was like commentating on. I was like imagining like wait, and then
demon possession commentary video,
bum ass demon. And then yeah, I wrote a note to Daniel because I was so like there's like another room across from us and at our place, and then I was just like I can't do it. Like I'm gonna go to the other room. What if he kills me in my sleep? So I wrote a note. I was like, dearest Daniel, gone fishing, adieu.
Adieu.
And then I fell asleep there, and then in the morning you were like looking for me, weren't you?
Yeah, dude. I was like, where did he go?
But like I explained it, gone fishing.
Yeah, and then I was like, he probably left to go somewhere, and then I went back to sleep for a little bit, and then I got up, and then I just looked into the room, and I was like, oh, okay, there he is.
Yeah.
And that's a New York origin story.
Yeah. After that, I got used to it, and
how long has this been going? I think we're about around an hour now.
And then let me just close this out with another.
I think that's a good story to end it on.
Well, I just want to explain like what you did the other night with like laying your arms. Well, like a few nights ago now, or this is the night before last night. You like, I have a futon now. Hit me up. And
bringing the hose back to your futon and then the Roku stick.
I'm not bringing it back to the futon. Roku City playing on my TV while I enter the room. So yeah, this is the crib. It's not much, but it's really not that much.
And then you go to put on music and it's like the Bluetooth device is ready to
Bluetooth device is ready to fail.
I don't know, Jigsaw got me tweaking.
For your final challenge, lay your big through your phone. Oh hell no, Jigsaw, you tweaking, bro. But yeah, so like I was sleeping. I woke up in the middle of the night, and you were like, you just like slammed your back against the futon, and you just like put your head down on it, and you laid your arms across it, like you were just like floating in water or something. Just like, and then I was just confused about what you were. I thought you were awake. I thought you were messing with me.
Yeah.
I was like, I like pushed your head a little bit with my foot, and I was like, hey. And you didn't move, so I was like, whatever.
It's like, fuck it, I guess.
I'm just kidding, because like your brother's used to it.
Yeah.
And I was just imagining like yeah, like it's probably not that weird after a while.
Yeah.
And it's not.
No,
But,
it's
like,
not.
Yeah, that was it. You sleep weird. I'm sure in like 3 podcast episodes from now, I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah. So, and then I'm just gonna be like, yeah. I mean, my beloved co-host, he died in
Yeah.
mysterious circumstances.
Yeah.
I'm not a suspect at all.
Yeah, like something happened to him. Something happened to him, and like
I've got your like exact hairstyle, just like, yeah. I mean, like something happened to him.
you like skin my head, like the top of my head, only to get my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
your dreads.
my dreads.
6'5",
6'4" nonchalant
6'4"
dreadhead with aura.
nonchalant dreadhead with aura, like
With aura.
with aura.
Aura's so dumb.
Well, yeah, that is the genesis of New York and podcasts and
And what we're
Things like
doing here, I
that.
think next we should have another interview soon.
yeah, with my brother or Christian and
Oh, yeah.
my friends Christian and Enrique.
You'll find out who his brother is. I mean, realistically, you probably don't know unless you're into like hairstyling.
Yeah, hairstylist or fashion or things like that.
But other than that, you probably wouldn't know who he is. I definitely had no idea who the fuck.
I didn't even know who. I didn't even know what he did until like like way too late.
Yeah.
It was like, so he just does hair, whatever.
Oh, so like he gives people fades.
Oh, what is that fucking There's like this subreddit about like naked barbers or like some shit like that. Where it's like
Brandon the barber.
Brandon the barber. Yeah. Oh
Brandon
yeah,
the-
I remember you telling me about Brandon the barber.
Just fucking cutting hair with a big ass dick, just naked, just shaking that shit.
Have you seen that video where it's like, don't do that, Jamal, and he has like his leg laid out with his like dick laying
The
out on
fuck?
his
No,
lap.
I've never seen that. What the fuck?
Some shit like that.
We'll have to look at that after.
But
Big ass baby name knowledge.
big ass baby. That baby don't know shit, bro. Big ass knowledge. It's like,
Oh shit.
that baby don't know shit, bro.
Hey, Brody.
Hey, bro.
Oh. All right, we gotta end this. We're just reciting TikToks.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for listening.
joining us.
Podcast
this was
with
the-
Clayton should be out soon.
Yeah, and this is the Dunk Waves in Nature on podcast, interviewing all interesting people this side of the star system. We're your co-hosts. We're your hosts, Nana and Daniel. And yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah, we hope you enjoy the interview with Clayton Patterson.
Ahead of time, I want to apologize for the poor audio quality, but yeah, we're coming at you from the planet Quintibulon, and we'll be on Earth soon.
Planet
Planet
Quintibulon
Quintibulon
in Sector 39. 4AB. Sector 4AB.
Actually, no, we're from Sector 39A.
Yeah, Sector
Yeah.
39.
Don't mention it.
Do not say anything else about Sector 4AB.
All right, later.
Thank you. Bye.
wait, no. We gotta end off with the egg salad incident, but we just gotta leave it kind of vague.
With like
Don't eat warm egg salad.
do not
Bye-bye.
eat warm egg salad.
The egg